This is not your typical patient walking around a Tel Aviv hospital. He is a Palestinian from the Gaza Strip, one of hundreds of policemen from the Fatah organization, who had their legs and kneecaps blown off when their rivals Hamas took over Gaza nearly 3 years ago. The faces have been blurred in order to protect their identities. For these men, the battle to walk and live a normal life has only just begun.
Hopefully they will live with the families and they will be able to hold their kids and to walk like any other father is doing.
When the Palestinian Authority approached Israeli doctor Tsaki Sivner about treating a group of Palestinian amputees, the orthopedic rehabilitation specialist responded positively.
A person is a person, a soldier is a soldier, doesn't matter where he comes from. Without hesitation, we thought it's a good idea.
Now, due to this unlikely partnership, Israeli and Palestinian war veterans are learning to walk together.
Okay, and going up, he has to learn to lock the knee and to put his body weight over the prosthetic. And with using his hands, he can lift himself up.
They all receive these state-of-the-art German-made prosthetics at $45,000 a limb. They are complete with a computerized knee that allows for walking on any terrain, riding bicycles, and for going up and down stairs.
We equip them with all the needed equipment to be able to function as independent as possible in the environment when they come back home.
For the men from Gaza, their last memories of home are not easy to revisit. Known to Palestinians as the war amongst brothers, Hamas and Fatah's battle for Gaza erupted in June 2007. Tensions between these two political rival parties had been building up since Israel pulled out of Gaza in 2005, leaving a power vacuum behind. Lasting less than a week, the internecine conflict claimed the lives of more than 100 people. Many more lost limbs in the fight. On the condition that I protect their identities, a few of the men on the losing side of the battle allowed me to record their harrowing stories.
تم اختطافه من حضني وزدته على الأرض وتدعيس عليه بحجة إنه ابن كافر. حطوا السلاح في راسي. قلت له والله لو إنك عندك شرف وعندك ضمير وفيك الرجولة اضرب الطلق في راسه وريحنا، ليش بتطخني في رجلي؟
بعدين أخذوني حققوا معي 3 ساعات، بعدين أطلقوا النار علي على منطقة سفر.
وأول طلق طارت شقفة من يجري، ثانية طارت شقفة من يجري، الثالثة وقعت كل اللي يجري.
The men have been based in this Ramallah safe house in the Fatah-controlled West Bank, a temporary haven that for some has become permanent. With their faces blurred, it is hard to see just how young these guys are, and the emotion in their eyes. Most of them are well below the age of 21, uneducated, with high incidences of post-traumatic stress disorder and depression.
عالجني وابن شعبي طخني على ايش؟ على إشي تافه.
This is their local doctor. He has been taking care of the men and boys living here. As an ambulance doctor in Gaza, he witnessed the bloodshed up close.
هجموا مستشفى القدس. هذا المنظر أنا بشوفه يوميا. تنظر مليان جثث. فتحته كان معي باراميديك واقف جنبي. فكرنا في حالات.
He now morbidly carries around a scrapbook with his dead and wounded patients.
This and I go away. This died and this died.
According to the doctor, the majority of targets Hamas did not kill, but in a stern warning disguised as an act of mercy, systematically targeted their kneecaps.
هذا مدخل طلق. هذا متفجر.
If you have the chance, it's good, like this. And the cushion here, and gun. This, go away. Or like this.
These tactics may in fact be a learned behavior from Fatah, who were known to do the exact same thing when they were in power. This video shows the torture of a Hamas operative in January of 2007. After the beating, he was shot in both legs and ended up in a wheelchair, These two groups remain divided to this day.
ياما اشتغلنا في ايامات الانتفاضه، ممكن عادي جدا كنا نشيل وتحط وتسقط. الان بيختلف الوضع، اختلاف هي اخوك لما يطخك غير لما العدو لما يطخك غير لما تقاتل في جيش نظامي.
At first, the amputees received these primitive prosthetics, which they did not use for walking. Double amputees preferred their wheelchairs. Eventually, the Palestinian Authority agreed to put up the money to purchase these digital prosthetics. But then they needed a partner with rehabilitation experience, and so Israel's Tel HaShomer hospital came into the picture. With Hamas still in power in Gaza, some of the men are too scared to return and will remain in the West Bank. But this former Fatah policeman plans on heading home. Nearly 3 years after leaving Gaza an amputee, he can hardly wait to walk back across the border. For Time.com, this is Jaron Galinsky in Tel Aviv.